What it do?
Hey, Miss
Man,
Henry.
what's going on, man?
What's going down? Yeah,
You
that's my
already know
kinfolk.
we over here at Famous J's Barbershop live in effect,
Hey, there you go.
6505 Cow Street. We talking about adulthood, and with adulthood, we also don't forget August 9th, maybe noon time to 3. We got free haircuts and braids for the kids. We got free school supplies and foods going on right here in Acres Home, man, the heart of the community and community in the heart.
Let's
No,
go.
I love that. I love that. Definitely give me a flyer. You can start passing that out for sure.
Big Kinfolk Jess, she gonna send it to you after this.
Yeah, you know I'm gonna take care of you.
That'll
So,
work.
here we go. Look, Waylon. Waylon, tell the people about your business.
Speak.
Oh man. Hey man, my business is for the community as well, man. I stayed in the fofo or something like that. The heart of the city, man. Shout out to fofo and everything over there on the north side.
Yes, sir.
My business touching north, south, east, and west. We just want to come and wave for everybody, Gianna. Say hello.
Hey, pretty
How
girl.
you doing, Gianna?
We just want to continue to fall in love with our people, man. My black and bronze people. Also my brown people, man. Also whoever want to be healthy, man. I'm not the one that's not
Right.
trying to spread health, man. I'm trying to spread health and health awareness, but also get people in condition to work them later hours or just have a good quality life with their family.
Oh yeah.
So
See, I
yeah,
can I can relate to that because I'm if you don't mind, I can say my interpretation of what you just said is health
for
is
sure.
wealth, right? So with health is wealth, we got so many people looking at the outside of us
Right.
when we could focus on the outside and the inside of us. And then on the outside and the inside of us, we have the spiritual side of us.
Yeah.
So
You
I know you
cooking.
focus on all of that
You
right there to
cooking.
get that individual together and get all them three things clicking so they can be the healthiest that they can be.
Oh man, look here. Hey man, you just took half my paragraph off my plate. So and I love it. I love it. You definitely give me a Pimp C vibe. Shout out to Pimp C, R.I.P.
MC,
Uh
RIP, baby.
we from Houston, you know what I mean, and we from
Right.
Texas, and that's we just very intellectual. But definitely with my personal training business, we trying to take this thing from just not just the physical appearance. We looking at the change in your heart. Have
Yeah.
you changed how you think of things? Have you noticed some red flags that's in you? Have you dealt with past traumas? Is really going to the mental aspect now. We definitely talking about for instance, I was at a baseball game recently, and nothing against the YNs, but I just see how much anger they have in their heart.
Mhm.
And one thing I learned about anger can really get you to a crossroad that can take you to either jail or in that grave. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
some
yeah.
things is not that serious, boss man. Especially
Right.
when we start getting to awareness and having wisdom, we need to utilize that wisdom like a pair of soap or some lotion.
Right, because because with the what
Yeah,
I've learned at raising some white hens
Yeah.
and original white hen himself, right?
yeah, yeah.
It's the
Me too.
structure. It's the structure of listening.
Yeah.
It's the structure of hearing. If you have the want to better, but this what I told my uncle Ronnie when I visit him at his shop. I say nowadays I can just label this time as crash out era. You see what I'm saying?
Talk
Because
talk
on
to him.
the crash out era is drugs, unprotected sex, which most of us can have anyway.
It's stepped on drugs. It's stepped
Yeah,
on drugs. If we
and
talking about
not
drugs,
only
let's talk about
drugs,
pure drugs and drugs that stepped on.
right? It
Yeah.
stepped on all that and causing these young ones to lose their mind. But the whole
Because
deal
the weed
is
not the same as we grew
nah, the
off
weed
of. It don't
ain't
even
the
smell the
same.
same.
The
It's fake.
dope ain't the same. The cocaine ain't the same. The crack ain't the
Stepped on.
same. The water ain't
Right.
the same. The ice ain't
Right.
the same.
Come
Talk
on.
to him. We're gonna talk to him.
The
Yeah.
heroin ain't the same. None of that. Whatever you've been into or what we've been into is not the same. It's been
The
stepped
drink not the
on.
same. None of that.
None of that. And so with that being said, is the structure of how we was raised and what we came from. You really don't see too much of that now. You don't even really see no residue of that because of the babies having babies and because of the mama had a baby and it might be a girl. Now if she a girl, now she's raising her like her best friend. Now the baby that had a baby, now the grandma, the great grandma, The sister, the daughters, all them in the club chasing the same man and everything on social media and all that. So where's the structure? The fathers, the big homies. Ain't no more big homies. Cause a little homie that's not even 6 months older than the other little homie trying to lead each. You see what I'm saying? And it's so masked up and so dysfunctional now that what are we doing in our community? What are we doing? That's
And
the
hey
question.
man, you got say I'm sorry, Jess. You got me going, bro. Because that topic right there, when I hear structure, I definitely got to jump in on that. We don't have any structure anymore. We don't have any leadership anymore. We have, and I'm gonna get on everybody's case. You know,
Come on.
we have men that's afraid to lead,
Man,
like right,
step on some
but
toes and kick niggas in the
but
ass. Come on
also
with
we
us.
don't have mentors, bro. Like, you know, it took me a little while to understand the definition or the essence of a mentor. A mentor gonna
Right,
cut your curve in half. Just think of a track. The track, what you got the whole oval. The mentor, him or her, gonna cut that curve in half. So you have to bump your head 1,000 times before you come around that curve. You're gonna give you him or her gonna give you a cheat code through entrepreneurship, through how you live life, or whatever. But
spirituality,
we
all
have,
that growth.
man, that spirituality is so important. So when we start getting man and woman back in place,
Mm.
and
Hold on,
maybe
let
the
me stop you right
YNs,
there. Say that again. I need you to say
man
that
and
slow.
women, man and women,
Mm.
because like you just said, you have little mamas that had a baby, but and then her mama raising her like her best friend, going out to the clubs together. And it's, I mean, I done heard all type of crazy stories of that. But guess what? When I was a teacher, I called somebody daddy pull up and blow up square with the little student I was talking about in the car.
Mm.
So it's like it used to be days where if we was to blow a square, we are hide it from, put clear eyes in our eyes, hide it from our neighbors, because back then our neighbors gonna be ones gonna tell on us, or gonna be the one that's gonna discipline us. Then when I mean tell on, not, I ain't saying call the police necessarily. I'm talking about call mama and dad. Like, hey, guess who down here? Your boy down here acting them behind, throwing rocks at somebody's house or trying to sell rocks, and you're gonna get a
Right,
whooping there, and you're gonna get whooping when you get home.
right.
We don't have that
I was
sense of
one of them
community no
kids.
more.
Yeah. I was one of them kids right there on D. Watt and Beckley.
Talk about it.
Got into a fight in here in Acres home and didn't know that Mama Friend was the bus driver. Didn't know that Miss Percy Pell, when I got off the bus and cussing everything, she didn't call Grandma Visor and Grandma Chambers. So by the time I passed by both of their houses, now I'm bruised up, swole up. And then I gotta wait on mama because ain't Renee, ain't Pee Wee, ain't Vecton came through the door. And then don't let Uncle Ken wasn't around, but RL came through the door. You see what I'm saying?
Well, that's crazy,
The
huh? Check
trial
this
of
out.
raising the
We
community.
they ain't had no iPhones and no
No,
quick
no.
text message, direct messages. But my family, new family, they're like, oh, we offer to come over, pull up. But nowadays, everybody got all these connections, but still not connected when it
Oh,
comes to these
say that
kids,
again, boy. That's deep.
raising these babies.
What you talk, Jess? Come on now. What you talking? Like
Did y'all
she
miss
been
me?
taking it all in. Come on in.
That was deep
Yeah.
though. Say the last part again, Way.
We have all these technologies to stay connected with each other, with social media, with cell phones, iPhones, Galaxy, whatever you want to call it. We can hit somebody with a click of a button.
Yeah,
But what my boy just said right there, back in the 90s, I'm sure he was an 80 baby like me, you know,
70s,
raised
80s.
99492, coming through that thing. And like he said, my Uncle Lionel would have been over the house and punched him in the chest, my auntie. Everybody would have came as a family, and we ain't had nothing but a landline,
Mm.
maybe three-way.
Hey, a landline and he say, she say,
right.
through the grape, what Marvin Gaye say? I heard it through the grapevine. See, in that community right there, when that community was lost, that era of life was lost, I think things started going haywire. And for me, I want to say about 97, 98, we start seeing a real major change on communication. Because
Right.
that's when technology actually will start coming in. You know, not dealing with the dial-ups and everything that they introducing Wi-Fi and this, that, and third.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And what's the show name again? What the show is about again? 57 is what?
57 is persevering through adulthood. Persevering through adulthood.
So how can you learn to be an adult if you never met an adult?
Talk to him.
Yeah, we got mamas, we got daddies, we got big mama, we had all that, but have they really been taught
Yeah.
to
There you
clean
go. Because I
themselves?
was gonna cut you off. My dad wasn't taught. He wasn't taught nothing but to lay that thing and lay it right and drop babies here at night, day and night. But I can't charge him to the game because he didn't know no better. And you
Right.
got to realize at one time of the season, it wasn't contraceptives, right? Uh, uh, because he born in 36, and you was said to multiply, so you might have a bunch of land and kids have to work
Right.
the land, right? But also, I always say this, man, like, and hey, I'm a Texas made, player made type of guy, but at the same time, when it's starting to hurt, when it hurt our sisters or hurt our brothers, then we need to fall back and redefine that. It ain't about
Yeah.
cheating on these females all the time, bro. Know what I mean? I ain't trying to step on no toes. If you got a problem or a sin
No,
problem like that,
don't
man,
quit
find
saying
find
that.
Christ and
Step
get it
on
right.
toes
It
and
start with
kick
yourself
in
though.
ass. I don't mean to cut you out, my brother, but we stepping on toes and we can because this is conversations that need to be had. No more covering up and sweeping under the rug and everything. Because if we're gonna be 100, man, let's be 100. If we're gonna be transparent, let's be transparent
Yeah.
across the board. You see what I'm saying? Because I think that's one of the things that are hurting us is we want to be 100 right here,
Right.
but don't want to be 100 right here. And also, let's talk about church. We want to talk about these scriptures right here in church, but we don't want to talk about these scriptures right here in church. We can choose what fits you. No, let's go across the whole board and let's be 100, man. Because
Right,
wherever you hurt at, wherever you suffering at, best believe is healing in that.
Right.
right.
It's realness in that, and there's people out here that can do that, and there's people in your own family that can do that, minus the ones that's been holding secrets.
Come on.
You see what I'm saying? Minus the ones that's been saying, "Oh, I just held this back for your greater good." Now you held this back and you put this on. You hurt me.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because if we talk about health is wealth and adulthood, and we talk about working out, let's work out these demons, right?
Yeah.
Let's work out these spirits, right? Let's
First,
work out
that's first
everything that's
though.
been hurting us in our families,
That should be first, yeah.
in
But
our
we raised
community.
we raised to put a band-aid over that, dog. In our community. I don't can talk about our community. Or man, I was talking to some one of my childhood friends, with my sister's childhood friend, recently, and she kind of shared some things with me, and she said that someone laughed at her when she had told this individual about a situation.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, so how did the funny part even get into something like that?
Yeah.
Then the Holy Spirit talked to me. 'Cause we laugh at too much bull crap, bro. It's cool. It's cool to have fun and enjoy, but like you said, we want to be 100 over here, not 100 over here.
Right.
You know what I mean? We can shoot the talk with each other and laugh and ka kiki. But when it comes to some real situational, we have to really put our thinking cap on it and put our prayer hands together and be like, okay, you know what? This is a serious issue.
Yeah.
Brother been on dope is a serious issue. Little man that's 16 years old talking about he don't want no money, he just want a hat. That's a serious issue, bro. They don't money don't move them no more. They just want to kill somebody.
Right.
Do y'all understand that? That's serious.
That's the seriousness of it.
They want to catch a body, more than one, and not afraid to go to
Promoted
jail. I was
by
talking to my wife
music,
today. I say,
promoted
man,
by
they
movies.
lining up to go into slavery where
Right.
our people was captured to go into slavery. They crashing out, like you said, and going and lining up and going to slavery and was smile when they get when they get their jumpsuit.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what? I call that volunteering.
Volunteering to go into slavery.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
volunteering. They volunteering for a number in the cell
I
to
don't know if they
not
ever been to
die.
jail. I don't know if they couldn't have been to jail because jail ain't a fun place.
No, it's not. I've been there more than once in different ones. And it ain't no fun being locked down 24 hours a day.
Not with a bunch of men.
Not with a bunch of men now. And the
And if you
only
do see the
only
woman, you
women you
can't talk
seeing
to them.
is the COs. Oh no. See the reality of everything in adulthood is in our tribes, right? We came from different tribes.
Right.
We came from different Indian backgrounds. We
Knowledge of
came from
ourselves.
so much,
Yeah.
right? And going down through history that's been whitewashed and lost here, and separated here, mama over here, daddy over here, this, that, and the third. We are all kinfolks in the same thing, but the language and the understanding of the interpretation has been lost. Right? Look what we're doing right now. YN,
Yeah.
OG, auntie.
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Where did this labelism come from?
That's good.
You see
That's
what I'm
good.
saying? Okay, right where we sitting. I'm 47, so I'm an OG. Well, I'm a young OG, but I'm an OG, right? Kinfolk right here is an auntie. You see what I'm saying? Where was the breakdown at when we just had and then well let's school?
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
Yeah.
Well, it come from Willie Lynch. It goes back to Willie. It's a different form of Willie Lynch. Just like they said, crack was a different form of slavery.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, my brother stole TVs out the house, just to give to the dough man. Right? I had people sell me stuff because they wanted crack. Hold on, baby girl. So when we talking about Willie Lynch, what did Willie Lynch do? Willie Lynch separated the bright skin from the dark skin to the brown skin. If you were bright skin, you was gonna be a house in our GGA. If you was a dark skin, you're gonna be outside in our GGA, work in the fields, make them compete against each other. Guess what? Guess what it boiled down to in the late when welfare came in, husband against wife. Hey, if you want to get this money by the government, we got to kick that dude out the house. Guess what? We had multiple decades of living that where the woman don't respect the man. I'm not having a biased war. What I'm saying is we need each other. When I went to Jamaica, he said unity was the biggest thing. That's the biggest power. So when we talking about breaking it down again, now we talking about he YNs. Why we separating? Why we just can't be the same blend, same skin, same trying to win?
That's talking about whatever. They put this in a 1776 Constitution that in 2025 we are still trying to live on. That's blew my mind, right? So with our forefathers in 1776, do the math.
Yeah.
We in 2025
Oh. Yeah.
with the same thing of the Constitution, which also says that a black man is 3/4 of a
Three
man,
fifths, three fifths,
three
three
fifths
fifths.
of a man that still says that in the Constitution in this day right now, and what we have contributed to this society. Not
Look
only
at the
that, but with
13th
the
Amendment. Look at
right
the 13th Amendment. Once you
13th
become
Amendment, you
the you can become they can own you. you
right
know.
to this day, still to this day. So how are we free?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? We have operations, like they say, sales, different sales in different countries, ready for whatever, whatever. But in our own mind, in our own sales of us, are we really free?
No, we not free because our mind is still
It's still
locked.
captured.
We still captured in perception of what we think is freedom. Until
Right.
we'll be free when you see less statistics of black on black crimes. And I hate when people say, "Oh, they was talking about black on black crimes because white people kill each other too." But guess when you look on the news, guess who
That
they continue to
promote.
brainwash? When I look on the news, 90% of the people that's going to be when with orange suits and talking about crime gonna be brown and black people. We
Right.
talking about Caucasian people, and I'm not hating on no race because we all need the Lord. They're gonna
Yes.
have them doing having successful things or dealing with pets or something like that. It's just the way it is.
Yeah,
But guess what? We can't get mad at the news because when we talking to talking to our friends, guess what we putting down? Our people.
right. And see, people don't realize, like they say, "Oh, y'all off subject. Y'all not sticking to the." No, this is all in adulthood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With whatever age adulthood is, right?
Yeah.
Because they say 21. But how old is 21? Then let me tell you this: how old is 8? You see what I'm saying? How old is adulthood when you have to be in a position as a young man or a young woman that have to take care of yourself because of a substance that's perpetuate the family, right?
Yeah.
And not only a substance, but circumstances of the environment that kills the family, right? Okay, me for example, I remember this. 6, 7 years old, I know I was getting my own haircuts. I knew
Yeah,
I was dressing my own self for school. I
yeah, I
knew
was grown and
what to
said,
match with, right?
Yeah.
Mama come in every so often and buy the new Adidas or buy the new Stan Smiths or buy the new Sauconys at that time,
Right.
or a Jordan that was popping off at that time. You see what I'm saying? Why, as me, as 6, 7, 8 years old, I have $100 in my pocket, not for what Mama gave me, but for what I could be used for the transport.
Yeah.
right. Hey,
That's
I
the
was on the
life I was
same
brought
thing with
in.
you, bro.
You
Yeah,
see what I'm saying?
hand in
So
hand.
so
Yeah,
so what is adulthood, right? So now we're talking about the female culture. Is adulthood really from a female when she has a period?
Right. No.
Or is it beforehand?
It's way beforehand.
Speak on it.
Because I know for a fact, my brother can tell y'all, I was the one taking care of so many things while my mama had to go to work. I was cooking, I was cleaning up, and this was all after going to school, student athlete, big I was
Hey, look, you talking about shout out to Icon.
I was going to school, student athlete, having practice, and I'm still coming home, doing stuff for my sister and brother, taking care of them, helping them with stuff, all before I even finish the stuff I need to do for myself. So I told them, I've been raising kids, so having kids physically just made it that I had to do it all day long. But I've been taking care of kids on a daily basis since I was young.
Right. So that's the question of what age of adulthood. You see what
I
I'm
would say,
saying?
I would say this. It's for his anatomy and everything. 18 years old, 18. But for as you can be fast and do fast things. I mean, even though I was in the streets at 7 years old, I didn't know nothing about nothing. I ain't know about paying no bills. When I was 7 years old, the way I looked at life, I thought everything was green, greens and cotton candy.
Right.
When you get no for real, like
Yeah.
the grass, the yards looked big, my house looked big. When you get to 40 and 20, you like, man, this stuff small. And the
Yeah.
world is not really like that. So um because when you start saying that, and no disrespect to nobody, that so like a YN, I'm 15, I'm grown. I got a 223. I got all this all these made up rifles. Bro, you don't know nothing from nothing, boy. You still don't know wipe your booty right.
Hold on. I gotta stop you right there. Yeah, they know about that. If they don't
No,
know
for
they
real.
ABCs or they one, two,
They
threes,
can't even write the name.
but they know about 223s and 9mm and 45s and 38s, and they know about that.
Yeah.
Because that's
Cause
the
guess what? I used to
interest.
be the same type of dude. My mom used to tell me this. I'd be like, man, you get on my nerves. Well, you ain't got no nerves.
That.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No
huh?
nerves.
Ain't no nerves on nothing. But the question really, and what we all been talking about, and what the whole 57 is about, is adulthood. So Kinfolk came with adulthood, health is wealth in adulthood. But my question is, like I was saying, is
I'm gonna step
what
away right quick.
age
Come
is
right back.
adulthood? Okay.
Okay.
What age is adulthood? You see what I'm saying?
No, I get what you're saying, and a lot of times it's I can't even you can't put an age on it as far as the activities that
The responsibility that's given to you.
and the obligations. It starts when you have to start it, literally. And that's the part that people understand.
Right.
Whenever you start holding the responsibilities of what adults have to do,
What mama's
what
supposed to
mom's
be
supposed
doing,
to do, what
daddy's
daddy's
supposed to be doing.
like those things sometimes it's out of your control. If you don't do it, it won't get done.
Right. And the same thing is if we've never been taught.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at really with it.
Yeah.
The teaching, because most of the time of adulthood and how we came up and what we've been talking about, it's been on visual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything is learned.
Right. Learn. I'm supposed to do that. I'm seeing. Nobody is talking to me about being a father.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking to you about being a mother.
Right.
Nobody's talking to you about how to cook this or how they'll put sprinkles in it, but mainly your visual with what you're doing.
Felicia put that in the sink.
Oh,
it was in the sink.
See?
It was in the sink, and I just had to figure it out.
And if you didn't know how to read,
chicken in the sink.
So I came up in the house like this, where greens, beans, corn, Oreo cookie, and everything was in a white wrapper with black writing on it.
Right.
So one day, my uncle get the mine because he got mad at Urban Jean, and he go in the pantry and take the labels off of everything. Patty. He takes the label, so we don't know what can is being opened because we don't know what's greens, what's beans, and what's corn, and what's all that. Yeah. So my grandma say, "Oh, you want to do this? Whatever I pick in this mug and open up, that's what y'all eat."
Man.
I remember when the Oreo cookie was in one big old bag. Yeah. That mug just said Oreo. And then that motherfucker was this big. I'm telling you, this big like that, about that thick.
Yeah.
And then you had to try to take chunks off of it, but you couldn't close the wrapper because the wrapper was so plasticky that you had to be whatever. Then you had to much round. Then you had to hide. You had to fight your food from roaches. Ants. You see what I'm saying? We had to fight all this in one household, amongst on being or trying to be in adulthood, raising your cousin. So why am I 5 years old? My cousin is 2. Both of us in diapers.
That's your full responsibility, though.
Why am I adulthood? You see what I'm saying? Why is that my adulthood?
Yeah.
You know, I had a big cousin. Shout out to Sean, man. This ain't a downplay on you.
Shout out, Sean.
Hey, Sean, you burned out. Sean say, I'm hitting the dough. She said, your cousin Frederick. Yeah, it's on you. She said, I'm hitting the dough. Little Frederick, it's on you. This ain't for me.
Somebody else to do
that.
She already been on that.
Right. So what is our adulthood? You know what I'm saying? Not only in parenting, not only in financial responsibility, not only in learning credit, not even in trying to run a household, but taking care of ourselves.
Emotional
intelligence.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Illness come into
that's
that.
Good.
You see what I'm saying? So
adulthood
I like
that.
What we portray in the Black community, I'm saying the Black community, the brown community, or the communities that we've been labeled as, what is adulthood? Because in our tribes of our ancestors, adulthood was taught.
Yeah.
You went through a process.
Yeah. Before you
call yourself an adult.
Yeah.
And then you had to get approved to be an adult. In whatever tribe, whether it was Cherokee, Choctaw, Mississippian, whatever, Spanishism, whatever.
Couldn't just be out here calling yourself grown.
You couldn't just be out here and be grown in whatever tribe that you came from. You had to go through steps to be whatever you said or wanted to be.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Now that's good, buddy.
And when we lost all that, and most of losing that was taken. That was taken from us, right? Yeah. But shout out to some of those families in the U.S. and around the world that hold true to their native tongue.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to that. But coming to where we at right now, impressive results by Jess. Jess talks. And we having this conversation at 6505 Cow Street, Houston, Texas, in Famous Jay's Barbershop with our guest online, The Real.
Yeah.
The meat and potatoes of where we at now, centuries later, or maybe not centuries later, or maybe we may not be in 2025. We may should be in 2030 or 2035 right now.
Yeah, he cut different for sure. He cut different, and that's where it's at right there. You have to unlearn a lot of things, man. Here's a couple things that you need to do in the world and need not to do. You need not to ever disrespect God. And hey, I don't care who think that they is somebody. Charleston White, you was wrong for saying what you said, and don't come for me because God got my back, my guy. Also, we have to unlearn a lot of things that we was taught. And no, it's not a contradiction what I just said. No, we have to unlearn a lot of things we taught. You got to know it's a God, regardless. You have to know it's a God. You did not make yourself. Mama
Uh-huh.
didn't make herself. You know what I mean? And when the prayers get answered that you prayed for, it just didn't happen for a consequence. It was just so happened out of spur of the moment. It happened because somebody was on their
Speaking
knees
on
praying for you.
firm,
Yeah.
speaking
You
on the firmament that was in the original Bibles,
Come on.
that was in the original history books, the firmament of the petri dish that we're living in right now, right? So keep going, keep man. You
no,
just
no, you hold on. What you say? I couldn't hear you. What you said?
I said, you're speaking on the ferment of the petri dish that we're living on because we're not really living in a globe.
Yeah.
We're living in a flat earth, right?
I, I go with you on that, but I'm just saying. Ultimately, it's a God.
Yeah, but that's what I was getting to. Like
Yeah.
in the
Yeah, we
ferment,
we
in
talk
the
about
original
dinosaurs and
Bibles,
a round world and all that. Yeah,
yeah,
I see where you coming from, my guy. Trust me.
yeah, not that because that was in the original Bibles. You
I
see what
ain't
I'm saying?
knocking
The
you.
original
Yeah.
Bibles that they used to print in the first page of Genesis, they used to have the firmament right there. And the firmament shows a flat earth in a dome, and it's showing that there is a higher entity of us that created this and put us here. But
Uh,
going through time, through King James and all this other stuff, that has been pushed out when they created NASA. And then creating NASA put on some whole totally different stuff where they tried to tell us that people that went to the moon, people that done this and done that. But how is it when there's water above and there's water below?
you cooking. I mean, you cooking. Um, I mean that type of language right there, man.
But it's
Is
all
deep.
in studying because I'm
It's
just gonna
deep.
get some background real quick. I was fortunate to be an athlete and to be given the opportunity to play something that I told I never was be able to play. Then that led me to private universities, so-called apostolistic, Church of God, all this, all whatever religion that's made right now. I had an opportunity to study.
Right.
So studying that, come across Greek, Aramaic, Hebrew, Latin of original text, right?
Mhm.
So when all these original texts, from what I learned from '96 to 2001, doing my own study, just a lonely old ghetto boy from Acres Home, Tennessee, like
Mhm.
seeing how is so easy to learn, and these pastor kids and mega pastor kids and everything making it so hard, and you raised up in this household. So learning that original language and what we got right now is totally different of adulthood,
Yeah.
and what we've been taught. So that's
Well,
why I'm coming why I'm coming because health and what you're teaching goes into that health as well, inside and out.
Yeah.
I think
So, but that's
power.
a whole nother deal of what we can have a discussion on. But what I'm saying is the firmament. The firmament is a flat earth with a dome over it, covered by water, with the sun and the moon already into it, and the blockage of Antarctica, as they say in the ice wall, beyond that ice wall, which we're locked in, is where we actually come from. So
Mm.
maybe the aliens that we saying we seen, that we experiencing, is coming from beyond the ice wall. But that's a whole other topic. Impressive
Yeah.
Jess.
Look.
Definitely, it's definitely some other stuff out there. I
Right.
would say that. I would definitely say that. I guess how we can, if we want to dive into that, we need to talk about the afterlife. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Right. We
I would
talking
say
about
this, no disrespect to who you believe in your God. I believe in Jesus. Even with my family, I let them know that some of my family don't. But I do. I know what He have done for me. Baby girl, come back. And but
right. We gonna
w-
come back on
but
that, but
but
we
power
still on
power
adulthood.
misused always corrupts. Power that's misused always corrupts. Know what I
Right.
mean?
I
So
got one more thing to
we
say.
talking about
Shout out
pastors with
KERBonline.live. Thank you for tuning in today with impressive Jess and Jess Talks. and everything. You really don't hear her voice because she's been letting the men go at it. But I would
Bring it
love to
here.
hear her voice and chip in and everything like that. Come on, with it, baby. Come on. I'm on what you want. Come on.
My thing is this. I don't talk if stuff is flowing, you know me. I go with the flow. I go with the flow of what needs to happen. And I feel like this needed to happen. Both of y'all haven't been on together in a while. I'm happy to see him on here. I'm happy to see you on here.
Yeah.
And so I'm just excited about what's going on. So I'm just letting the spirit have its way.
The spirit have his way.
But I mean, let's talk about what
Go ahead,
what
go
the
ahead.
afterlife look like. Y'all think it's all over when we die, or what?
As far as what?
When this body, when this spacesuit is done, what you think gonna happen?
Okay, no, I don't think it's all over because I believe that we were energy, right?
Yes.
We was made energy, right? So when you make energy, energy is all over the place. We can connect, that we can be called celestials, we can be called this and that, right? I believe that in the creation of one to see an avatar in flesh and working and everything, I believe like I was just speaking on Adam and Eve. Let me go for this. I believe Adam and Eve was an entity of energy, right? Made from a God. I believe Adam and Eve was brought to earth to be put into the avatar. And when I say the avatar, I'm saying flesh.
Right.
So Adam and Eve are together in energy. I don't want to lose nobody. So Adam and Eve are together in energy. So as things are being created, the entity that created the entity of us said, hey, this entity of Adam shouldn't be alone, which is man. So he put him into a deep energy sleep. And when he put him into a deep energy sleep of this avatar, he divided Adam from man from woman. So I believe man and woman was coexisting as what they would say as a hermaphrodite phase. In a hermaphrodite phase, you have a man part and a woman part. So I believe both of them was together, and when Adam was put to sleep, I believe the entity that made us split them in half. And said, okay, now we got man and woman. But woman is operating off the energy of man. Right. We are operating off the energy of breath and energy from the creator. Man is. Yeah. Not woman, but man is. Right? Because we are the ultimate of it, right? This is what I believe. So as the Garden of Eden and everything, I believe that was a whole different thing because we talk about reptilian culture. We talk about the little gray men of aliens. We talk about all this, but how does all this play into the Bible with the missing books? Okay. Because with the Bible, we only been given 66 books of the Bible when it's probably about 88 to 89 books of the Bible if we take the Ethiopian Bible and put it in play. Right? So this is my belief on everything of the creation of man. I know I'm bouncing around, but I believe that we was created as one entity of man and woman. When brought to this earth of an experiment or the firmament, I believe that when the entity was making pairs, right? Yeah. Pairs, what pairs is man, woman, male, female.
Yeah.
As he was making that, and the entity of Adam was walking around with the entity of energy of Eve right there. Right. That entity said, man is not supposed to be alone. Hello. So as we go through, when they say God took a rib from Adam, God really didn't take a rib because that got diluted through what they do translation. Yeah, it got diluted through translation. Right. Really, I believe it was God saying putting Adam to sleep in a deep energy sleep. And while he was asleep, he said, Eve, come on up out of there. Yeah. And he started carving Eve up out of Adam. And he said, womb. This is a womb. Yeah. What do a woman have that men is going so crazy about these days and paying so much money for? Is that womb that was created or took from Adam, right, and say, hey, man, womb man. Womb man. Okay. One man.
Yeah, come on.
Now,
Make it plain.
one man. So now we got male and female from the hermaphrodite phase of energy.
You know, I appreciate you breaking it down the way you did. I've heard you explain that before, and I just feel like so many people have their views.
Right.
But whenever you can pull up factual things and do the research yourself, like you have took the time to do, I feel like it's important. Just like they say, you shouldn't depend on just Bible studies, Sunday school, going to church. You have to read the word for yourself.
It's right here.
Like you have
If
to
you read scripture, scripture say what? Study to show thyself approved that you really should not be leading down a dark path. Yeah. That's paraphrase.
Right.
Go ahead, Kinfolk.
So
Okay. I
in
thought you were talking
my
to me.
in the way that I was raised, in the way of my own studies, I feel like, there is a God. He put himself to do a good job to live in our purpose, on purpose, with purpose. And so that's what I try to do because ultimately I want to see him again because he made us. So of course we see him from the beginning, our spirit saw him. And this is just an earthly body. We're gonna leave it eventually. So we supposed to do what we can while we can in it on the right side of it. Of course, we all gonna make mistakes, but we gotta learn from those mistakes, pay it forward, help other people not make the same mistakes we already made. So that's what I feel like the whole purpose is of us being here. That's why I push what I do so hard because I want to help people with their mind because everything starts in your mind. Your mind is a terrible thing to waste, like they always say at the school. That's a real thing. And so I just try to make sure I keep my mind in the best way
Good.
that I can so I can help others with theirs. So
because as you do, Kinfolk, as impressive results by Jess do, as AGDFEV do, as famous Jake do, it's a saying. We want everybody to grow, and we don't want to keep nobody low.
yes.
You see what I'm saying? We
Hey,
want.
nah,
I'm
that's
gonna
good.
repeat it one more time. We want everybody to grow, and don't want to keep nobody low.
I love it. I
You
love
know what
that.
I'm
I
saying?
love that mission.
Because
But
the same thing
man,
you own, I need to be on. Because if I'm on the same thing you own, what is that perpetuating? That's perpetuating growth.
Yeah.
right. Now, you right. Yeah, I want everybody to grow and no one to be low. I love it. If y'all notice, I didn't cut y'all off on none of y'all, which I was saying, man, because it's one thing of hearing, then the second thing of valuing what somebody say, and
Right.
just knowing that everybody have a voice on how they feel about things and everything. So, whatever's keeping people honest and keeping people out of trouble and uplifting to the mission, helping people grow and not keeping by the low, you follow what's in your heart, man. I do believe
Yeah.
that the true God, whoever the true God is, if it's up for debate, for me it's not. Maybe for you guys it's not. It's when my brother always say the cream of the crop always rise to the top, right? So um, it's just like as we go through our day in life, man, they ought to see God into us. They shouldn't have to
Right.
question, hey
Yeah.
man, your God kind of shaky, bro, because you out here hitting licks and you know what I'm saying, robbing people, putting guns to their head, whoop, whoop, whoop. So let your God not be shaky. That's all I'm saying. And
Yeah.
how we treat each other, man, it always should be to uplift, to help somebody grow and not keep nobody low.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there, boy. Testify to the testify, praise of the praise, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Because um, one thing more, if we really want to be real, right? When they say Jesus, Yeshua, right? They say, I believe in Jesus, I believe in Yeshua. Do you agree? Just
Yeah, I believe that's what I believe in. Yes.
okay. Yeah, I'm not fit to shame nobody or nothing. Was Jesus in a mortar building or was he out and about meeting
Jesus was
people
a
with
street
the
nigga. I always tell niggas that. Jesus was kicked out the temple, man. So Jesus was in the streets when they
Exactly.
when they had listen. They used to make niggas. I hate. Now I'm getting ghetto. They used to make people stand
Get
against the
up.
wall and
Stay
scream all
mad
day
at
long,
the
unclean,
right?
unclean. And the Pharisees, hey, look, I'm from the Clark. Half of Fifth
Come on,
Ward moved to the
Hiram
Clark
Clark.
during white
We
flight.
got
So
people in Hiram
to
Clark.
be honest, Herman Clarkness got a lot of Fifth Ward blood. You feel me?
Yeah,
And country
and
blood, because a
third
lot of my
ward.
people from Warden, Texas. You hear me?
Come
So
on.
Yeah, and
um,
Mo City.
if we gonna make this relevant, so the people that was the Pharisees was the people that was on West Time or behind them big old houses. right?
Come on with it.
And they
Break it
stole
down.
all the they stole all the books and the knowledge, right? So
Yeah.
what they did was they put on the Gucci and everything like that, put all them gold on, and act like they had all the answers. But God was like, man, look, I could have came with a slab, I could have, but I came on a donkey.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about Houston. We'll fix up an old car and call it a slab with some swing with some elbows on it, and but it's live.
Yeah.
But from somebody else's eyes, they're like, man, what they driving? We need like a Benz or a BMW.
Yeah,
The
form.
the 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 doctor or the proper person, right? So what I'm
Yes.
saying is God, to me, he resonate a lot with me
Right.
because I mean, how many kinfolks you know that really outside their mind, but you still gotta talk to them?
Got to.
You know
Got
what I
to.
mean? You gotta fight one and talk to him. I'm like, bro, my little nephew crazy as hell, dog. I don't know what he's smoking at K2. He really need some help.
Yeah.
But I'm still his uncle. I still gotta talk to him. But some people that people just won't talk to no more.
Yeah.
So and guess what? Jesus not just talk to him, he died for him.
Yeah.
You know, he and he guess what? He was doing just like we doing. They might say,
Yeah.
"Well, we talking about niggas on a podcast. We wrong for that, right?" But he was in there with somebody they call a hoe. Oh man, you a hoe.
Exactly.
Man, why you hang with that hoe?
That's what
Are
I'm
you
saying.
tripping, dog?
Like,
Mary
okay,
was a hoe. If you
Yeshua,
want to know that,
Jesus. Okay, we and I agree with you because as I studied the Bible, right, and I was like, okay, they saying we have to be in a
they not gonna
building
kill a
where
white man like they killed Jesus, dog. They not gonna beat him like that for nothing, dog. Not
Come
only
on.
Jesus was black,
right,
Joseph was black too.
right,
And guess
Moses,
who sold him in that trade? His brothers, his
right.
black partners.
Yeah.
I got a question for you too. Who was the first man to have two tablets in a direct connection on the cloud?
Bring that back.
Who was the first man to have two tablets where we on now in the first connection to the cloud?
Oh, that's some deep stuff right there, boss. Talk to me.
Moses.
Moses. All right. Sure.
Moses.
I believe
Moses was
that.
the first one to have two tablets in the direction straight from the cloud, man. That's
Oh
where
boy,
all this come from.
hey, you did that. That's fly. But you
I
know what?
saw it.
You
I
know
saw
what?
it.
You
Yeah,
had me
that's
thinking.
where all this come
But guess
from.
what? You had me thinking deeper than that, and I'm still gonna go deeper than that
Come
because
Let's
on.
go.
when we looking at Egypt stuff, the technology they had in Egypt, it was basically what we have now. So we might be looking at talking about stone tablets. This boy really might have had a tablet for real
Yeah.
Yeah, phones
because
and
he
all
was
that.
he was in Egypt.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something
But
about
he wouldn't be the first one. Joseph would have been the first one then, because Joseph was second in charge in
the
Pharaoh's
mode.
home.
Right, right. But then on that, you ever know about the Grand Canyon?
Oh yeah, I know where you're going with that. Yeah, they say that's really easy.
Where we at? We is actually in Egypt, a part of Egypt that when everything was together before it got divided through different things, America was part of Egypt.
Okay.
Because I visited the Grand Canyon more than 2 times. It is Egypt. And it's certain places in the
They won't
Grand
let you
Canyon
go.
that you cannot go.
Yeah, they'll arrest you. They'll shoot you down.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's real.
yeah,
It's true.
yeah. And then that big and then when we see certain hills and mountains, we think that's a hills and mountain, but that was a tree.
Okay.
Because you have to think about in the times of God in the beginning, we was 7 feet tall. We was 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
We was 9 feet tall. We was giants.
Yeah.
But due to the discipline of the entity, we've been chopped down and chopped down and chopped down to the point to where we at right now. To the point to where we see somebody 6'5" to 6'7" to 7'2" Shaquille O'Neal. We like, oh,
Right.
that's a giant.
Yeah.
See Yao Ming on the street, 7'6", 7'6", 7'7". Oh, that's a giant. But that Yao Ming in that shack is how we used to walk around.
Yeah.
That's how men used to be and how women used to be. See, it
Well,
was a
I would say this.
deficiency when they talk about David and the giant, because the giant was how we really was David was a deficiency in the lineage of Jesus that came out to show that no matter how tall or small you is, we come with it.
He brought that around. No, for sure. You had different sets of people on earth during the time where God said, "Hey, I'm gonna choose these people." Hebrews right here.
Yeah.
You had other sets of people. He said, "I'm gonna choose these people." Right. But also what he's saying is, y'all know the movie Avatar. It was really blue people, like in Africa, like real blue people
Yeah.
that had
Beat that.
long limbs, long body parts, all that.
Beat that.
Uh, and what the Caucasian women did, they went out and hunted for these black men to sleep with these black men to make their bloodline stronger.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, not maybe
He's
not the
speaking.
American woman, but the European Caucasian lady did for sure.
No, so it's crazy you say that because at the end of the day, people love to say how white women always try to get with a black man now, but like you just stated, that's been happening since the beginning of time.
Yeah,
And so it's
yeah.
it's one of those things like how can we sit here and try to make people feel bad about things that's been happening since the beginning of time? Like black men always messed with white women. We always was picked by white men. Black women like this, all of this stuff is the same thing. Like they say, nothing new under the sun. But we try to label things, as we said earlier, we always trying to make the label on somebody or something or a culture or a group. But all of this stuff is the same from the
But
beginning of time to now.
like I said earlier though,
Come on.
and I kind of
Hey,
put
hey,
it
hey,
out
we
like
ain't gonna
this.
come out. I'm finna grab famous Jake. This nigga want to run around the shop. He didn't get outside on me,
What I was
goddamn.
saying is we have to just come together as people in general, man.
Yeah.
You know, because just like what you just said right there, it been going on. Women been chose by whites, black men been chose by white women. But also you got to understand the mentality behind that too, though.
Okay.
The mentality why was the black man chose for the white woman from the white woman. But like I always say though, we have to unlearn and we have to come together. But how we before we start going outside everything, this is good dialogue. But at the same time, how we be on white people's head, and I get it because they really hate us,
Yeah,
most
I
of them.
say this. Let me say
But
this.
we
I
have
want to
to we
say,
have to hate what's going on in our community too, dog. We
Yeah.
really do. We
and
have to hate
just,
that.
man, you speaking on it and
I just
everything.
seen a
I
little
want
boy
to say
walk in the
this. I want to
background.
say
That's
shout
that's
out
the
to the
that's the
board.
gen that's the youth, man. That's the next generation. We
Yeah.
have to care about them.
I want to say shout out to the Moors because the world was black
Right
until
at first.
about
What's up, big dog?
1575 to 1600. The world was black. That means Spain, Europe, and everything was black. And then
If you
when
go to Europe right
Arkansas,
now, all your kings and queens you're gonna be black.
black.
Black
Hey,
people.
hey,
Now
I
what they
want to
got
I
over
want to
here, they
interrupt
whitewash them.
everything right now.
See, I tell
Let's
everybody,
have the
get
guest
out the
of
hood
honor.
and go travel.
Come on, Nick, sit
But
your ass down, goddammit.
what's
We got
happening?
the
What's
guest
happening
of
around?
honor
What's
in the
up?
building. Everybody,
That
KERB online. We want to say hello to the man of the hour who putting on the drive and who feed everybody in the community of the
love it.
area of 6505 Cow Street, Houston, Texas. And it's called Famous J's Barbershop. How you doing, Famous J?
Look, so Look, so I want to thank you right now, Way. I gotta chime off the radio real fast. We're gonna keep going on here though, but I'm gonna get
Yeah,
off
I
the
got I,
radio real
I got
fast.
to get off in a second, but I salute my boy, man. Keep doing what you're doing over there, man. In the community, like I said, it start the community before we point our fingers at anything.
Yeah.
Okay, well, just let the people know what you're doing. KRB, this famous Jay. He over here at the barbershop, and he is doing something big over here on August 9th. Tell the people what you're doing.
Man, hey, look out. August 9th, I got all the school supplies you need. We
Yeah.
got free haircuts,
Yeah.
free barbecue,
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Everything free except the pop-up shop.
Yeah.
You feel me, man? You feel me, man?
You
If
gotta pay
y'all
for
want to
that.
come with the pop-up shop and make some money, it's all good, free of charge.
Listen,
I'm not charging nobody for nothing. It's going down, man.
Yeah.
6505 Call Street,
Tell 'em.
Houston, Texas, 77091.
Yes,
You
sir.
hear me, man?
You hear me?
Y'all tap in, man, and y'all have a good time, man. You feel me? Any
Man, come see
donations,
that
all
boy.
donations welcome. All donations welcome.
Give them where they can send the donations to.
You one and two, we gonna find the other.
That's
You
right.
feel me,
But
man? Just
but
do
give
one
them
time.
where they can send the donations to. Famous J what?
Famous J44. You feel me? That's the Instagram name, Famous J44.
And on the Cash App and the Zelle. Cash App and Zelle, what they want to contribute.
Justin Vaz is the Zelle.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm using the real name.
Come on with it.
No, I'll take that and run with it.
Well, thank y'all. So, Waylon, tell the people they can find you before I get off the radio.
Man, before they can find me, they need to find y'all, especially for the August 9th. It's going down over there in 4-4, man. That's Famous J's barbershop, man. Hey, I don't care if it's a pencil pouch, man. Get it over to them, man. They talking about they care about these kids, man. Let's start it. Everything start with the kids, man. You feel me? Then it start with the fathers and the mothers in the home. But other than that, once y'all get that set up and get your mind right, come get your body right with me, Wellness Living Healthy, online, or you can hit me on my cell phone number, paying homage to New Orleans, but I'm from Houston, 504-509-2700. And I love what they got going over there. And also like, share, subscribe to my girl, Jessica Vaz.
Let's go.
Impressive results by Jess. Hey, you see what Famous J just did? He tried to
I
flex the
just seen him,
bicep
yes,
on you,
sir.
boy.
Thank you,
I
Kat.
see you, baby boy. I love it.
67.
Say, boy, I'm gonna get with you in a minute, man.
Tap
Too
in
funny.
already, man. Y'all be good, man.
Right
Keep
here.
God, yeah, for sure.
Thank
Keep
Busting
God
Nuts
first.
Podcast. One question. Have you busted your nuts lately? KERB online.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Boy, look at here. Hey, y'all blow that up, man. Y'all gonna make that happen, man. Hey, do that big. Y'all
Man,
be
it's
good, all
going
right?
down. See how beautiful we are inside and out, goddamn. KENRB, we love y'all. Hey, tap in every time. Impressive results by Jess. Get everything online. Jess talks. Hey, the soap,
Yes.
the lotion, the beard is all made, handmade in love.
Yes.
So if y'all sleeping on that, y'all really slept.
All right, y'all. It's Jess and Jess Talks. See y'all next time. Remember, when you look good, you feel good. Love on those that love on you.
And it's for real, for real.